So there are so many layers when it comes to selling on Etsy, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about how Etsy's offsite ads work. Hey good people, it's your girl Alex here. Welcome if you're new and welcome back if you've been here before. I hope you're doing well. Can we just give a little appreciation for the vibe, honey? Okay, is it vibing or no? I feel like it's really giving Edna mode. So I know firsthand what it's like when you don't know what you don't know. And there's so many ins and outs about Etsy that you really have to sit back and kind of start clicking around to figure out and answer your own questions, right? When it comes to offsite ads, that's Etsy's way of boosting your listings for free. So basically, offsite ads are what you see like on Google. If you ever type in something or you're looking for something as far as like shopping purposes, you will see at the top of the Google page of your Google search page, basically, sponsored posts. And those may come from Etsy. You might see a couple of like online department stores that show up in that query. All in all, that's Etsy's way of boosting your listings for free. Now, I'm gonna leave a little clip right here to show you that when it comes to offsite ads, the caveat is you can figure out how shoppers are finding you, but you will not get charged until they actually click and purchase your listing. With this offsite ad feature, your listings are going to get showed up in Google search, but not only Google search. You can see them in the shopping tab and images. They're going to show up throughout their Google search engine. So I'm sure now you're probably questioning, how do my listings even get showed up in offsite ads in the first place? Well, let me go ahead and break it down. So Etsy's advertising team partners with sites and networks to help promote your listings. So Etsy has a whole team behind the scenes that's putting in additional work to help you, grow your sales, grow your shop, because when you do well, then Etsy does well. And so they are working behind the scenes, and it's pretty much they're matching up the end user or the customer search query to your listing, okay? So even though it may sound like a natural selection, they are very strategic with what listings are getting pulled for the Google search engine. Now from there, the site's advertising algorithm uses that search query and matches it with your listing. So it's really important that you understand SEO, which I'm going to talk about here in just a second, but it's important that you understand that everything that Etsy gives you to create a listing, to grow your shop, use all of those features, because that plays a huge part in your listings being shown in offsite ads. It's another way to, have that visibility on your shop. You get to have your listings be promoted on big search engines like Google that, has your customers see you before they get to Etsy. So it's so much more than you think. So an example of what an offsite ad looks like is if you were to search Halloween shirts for moms, and then what that happens when you click enter or go on your Google page, you will see in that top banner before it lists out the results, you're gonna see like those sponsored photo cards. And a lot of those listings are going to come from Etsy. You might have other like name brand stores pop up and things like that, but that is what an offsite ad really looks like. So that's exactly what it is. So if you're searching something on Google and you're looking for a specific holiday shirt or a product, 9 times out of 10, depending on what you're searching for, Etsy's advertising team is putting that listing together to be shown in your search results. Okay, so I'm sure we've all seen them. We know what they look like, but if this is your first time learning about offsite ads, I want you to be able to put 2 and 2 together. Now, offsite ads are an optional way for Etsy to promote you, which means that not everybody's listing is going to show up in the Google search. So now let's talk about ways that you can help yourself, okay, and let Etsy help you by boosting that listing to be shown in offsite ads. Numero uno, okay, very first one is optimizing your SEO. Now, we know that we all buy with our eyes, okay? We love seeing things that are pretty, that are well put together, okay, that are aesthetic, but let's be for real. People buy with their eyes. However, technology, right? SEO is really what matters when it comes to your listings. You can have wonderful photos, but I feel your photos are just as good as your titles, your tags, and your description. So one way to help yourself by being pulled in those offsite ads is to optimize your SEO, my friend. Go ahead and make sure that your title, your description, your tags, your attributes, everything that you can think of is to benefit your listings. A good tip when it comes to titling your product, I would think about what can your product be used for, okay? So case in point, you could type in classroom notebook for teachers, okay? Meaning that teacher is going to be using that notebook for her classroom or for his classroom. Another example would be ugly sweater or ugly Christmas sweater for a party. What is this product really going to be used for? And that way that can help you formulate a good title. And then you also use those hot keywords in your description and in your tags. Because there is a character limit, and I believe it's about 150 characters, 140, something like that. When it comes to your title, you use the rest of those keywords throughout your description. Add some more in your tags. Another good tip when it comes to optimizing your SEO to be pulled into your offsite ads is to make sure that you start using like synonyms, right? We all have different vernacular and verbiage around the world, around the country, basically. So someone may call, let's just say, if you live in the Midwest, you might know this example very, very well. I live in the Midwest, I'm from the Midwest. But in certain parts of the Midwest, some people say soda, okay? And then some people say pop. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to think about other ways to structure your words when it comes to your SEO. And it's really going to be helpful when it comes to being pulled up in those offsite ads, so that way more people can see your listing. Now, when it comes to your description box, this is where you want to be like a best-selling author, okay? You want to really show out for your product. What I mean by that is simply just talk about everything to man, right, about your product that your photos can support. So you want to make sure you mention like the size, color options, your cleaning instructions of a product, even like your shipping carrier, your processing times. Don't leave anything out because some shoppers really do read all that stuff, okay? So you want to give them everything they need to know, because if you don't, there might be a reason why they don't buy it. So I would say when it comes to your description, make sure you are selling that product so well. Be that best-selling author, because some shoppers really do enjoy reading that, so that way they know what to expect, okay? This is real life. You want to give people what they want as much as you can, and I always like to put so much more time in my description, in my title, in my tags, because that actually really matters too, especially for the sake of this video, for those offsite ads. Now, this last tip is a bonus tip when it comes to boosting your visibility. Once that shopper clicks on your ad, let's just say they see you from Google and they actually go to your listing, but then they become curious, right? And so they look at your shop and they look at your description box. I would plug all of my other listings and my sections from my shop in my description box, because there is a chance that when someone sees the listing from Google and they're interested and they just feel so froggy, they want to keep buying stuff from your shop. Well, I would add in so much more of your products in your description box. Give them the links, provide those URLs, have people start favoriting things. A lot of people might look at something and come back and buy it later, and they want to know where they got it from. So just a little shameless plug. If you didn't know that, I would highly recommend that you add all of your listings or sections so you won't have too much of a longer description, but add your section so that way it can be itemized in your description box, so that way it can help you get more sales. Okay, so now if you're still curious about Etsy print on demand, please let me know in the comments below. If not, I'll leave videos here for you too, so that way you can get a feel of what to expect, how to prepare to sell on Etsy, things you need to know, and all that good fun stuff. If you learned something new today, please leave me a comment down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're liking the vibe, and I'm gonna catch you in my next video. Bye, y'all.